Right, here we go with part 2. Right, first off, let's talk about metal detectors, right? Now this one is the Knox 600, and I suppose you'd call it a mid-range detector. Price-wise it was what, about £6.70. Some will say it was £669.99, but about £6.70, right? Now this is the first thing you got to think of you start metal detecting, right? Not what metal detector. Think about your pocket, right? So shop about. I've said before, don't go too mad and get the best metal detector you can get, because you'll struggle to use it and you mightn't like metal detecting. Everyone thinks you go out and find gold and all that, you know, first time out. We wish. So anyway, basically on detectors, shop around, eBay. What's that shop called? They buy stuff off you and all that. Because I know one of the YouTubers, he went into the shop. I can't just think what it's called now. Someone will put it in the comments anyway. And there was a brand new Ace 250, and he paid £60 for a brand new Ace 250. So see what I mean? Shop around. Go for a fairly easy machine, because you don't want a big learning curve. Right, so once you've got your machine and all that, I know you're going to laugh, and people who's watching this who've been detecting for years will laugh. You've got to know how to swing it, right? So I've put a little video up in this one, and it'll be up now, and you can see the right way and the wrong way. Okay, for them who metal detect, it's not for you. Don't say, well, what do you do that for? It's not for you, it's for people who are just starting. Okay, so here's the video. Right, so I hope you're seeing there the correct way. And believe me, you'll forget. You'll be going along, you realise I've been swinging it like a bloody clock pendulum. But you get the hang of it eventually. Right, so I'll move that out the way. Right, on RMD channel, that's starting shortly, we'll be doing tips and stuff, and we want people to write in, bloody hell, to maybe send a little video in about their machine. So there might be machines on there that you've got and someone can help you out. That's what we're looking to do anyway. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but we're looking to do it, right? And by the way, the dog in the corner there, that's optional. You don't have to have a dog with you, that's just optional, right? Right, the next thing, I'm sat down, my bloody legs are aching, is a spade, right? You're going to need that, aren't you, for digging, obviously. But the most important thing is them two, that thing there, look, the foot guard. And that is really important, believe me. I know through a lot of, well, a bad experience really. In fact, we'll talk about that bad experience now. Right, I've got bloody hell, I can't get up. Right, so over there, I've got some footwear, right. Right, these are a good waterproof boot, and they're not heavy, not too heavy and all that, and they're breathable, so your feet don't sweat that much and all that. These ones, I've only just found these. I wondered where the bloody hell they were. You probably can't see them too well. These are like a desert boot. Oh, we used to call them a desert welly or whatever. Right, they're not waterproof, but ideal for this weather. Right, going back to these boots, they're not a cheap boot. My first pair were what, £75, something like that. And I was using a normal garden spade, right? And what happened? I'll tell you. After about 2 months, here, just there, right across there, it split, and that's because there was no foot guard on the spade. Now I know they're dear, them spades, that's 70 odd pounds, 60 odd, 70 odd pounds, but you've got to think, do you want a pair of boots that you paid 70, 80 quid for, and then after 2 months they're knackered? Right, so that's just something to keep in mind. You can get some garden spades and they've got a small narrow foot guard on. You might get away with that. Right, anyway, so this wind's a bit getting up a bit. Oh, I was somewhere else in the garden and then the neighbours come out and were gabbing, so I moved and they've gone in now. I'm not moving all the bloody stuff back, just trying to get that fly off there. Right, it's all about a pinpointer. Right, when you dig your hole and the find is still in the hole, these are handy. Switch it on, down the hole, go round the wall of the hole first, working your way down, and then search the bottom of the hole. Right, if your find is out when you've dug the soil out the hole, I see a lot of people doing this, sticking the point like that. Right, that's going to take bloody ages. Put it on its side, because a pinpointer detects up here as well. On its side, and push the soil out the way until you get a beat, and then you can go with the point. Right, just a little tip. No, it sounds silly, but I've seen people just doing that, poking, instead of just going across it, moving the soil out the way. You soon find it. Right, what can we talk about now? Right, we talked about the pinpointer, the spade, the detector, digging tools. Right, now I've got two here. This is a proper metal detecting digging tool. It weighs more than the bloody detector actually. So I seen Robbie, he had one of these. I thought, oh, that's better. Right, it's a nice strong digging tool. It's a garden type one. You know, digging plants in and stuff like that. But a little tip: keep these in your metal detecting bag. Right, don't leave them in the boot of the car on their own. You know, you take all your gear out and you leave that in. You get stopped by the police for any reason, you find something like that in your car, you could be in a lot of trouble. So they always stay in your bag. Right, this thing here, right, move it on to the sun a bit now. I think the neighbours have gone in. Right, it's a backpack with a stool attached. It's actually a fishing one, this. If you've ever fished, you'll recognise the name. If you see the bloody name, Shakespeare. Right, brilliant, brilliant. If you're going in one field, get out this wind again. You're going in just one field and you're going to set up camp, stick that where you want it and go off detecting, go back, have a sit down, drink and that. If you go on a new permission and there's quite a few fields, I've got a separate bag, not a Shakespeare one, I've got a separate backpack, right, with no stool. So, because what happens, you go field hopping, right, an hour in one field, then you jump to another field, and then you jump to another field. You know, you're constantly on the move. You don't want to be carrying your stool and the backpack and all your gear around. So you get the gist of what I'm talking about. Right, I'm jumping back into here from clothing and this and that because I've done about 5 lists and they all had to be altered, and in the end I thought, you know what I was thinking, I'll just improvise. I've got my list here blowing in the wind there. Right, so this will be all mixed up and all that, but it doesn't really matter. Right, clothing, obviously some metal detecting pants, camo, or they do them in pink. Only messing. A couple of pair, right, obviously one clean, one bleeding muddied up. Even in the summer, I always have this. I don't know whether you can see this video now with this bloody sun. It's very light, nylon type thing, and it's like a windbreaker. Even in the summer you can be in the middle of a field, the breeze gets up and you go, bleed now, I've only got a t-shirt on, you're freezing. So they're handy in the bottom of your bag. There you go. This, I love this thing. This is my little metal detecting waistcoat. This we'll be talking about in another thing on our RMD, right? But this, brilliant. There's 12 pockets in this, believe it or not, this little waistcoat. 2 massive ones on the inside. Right? Cost me £5 off the market then. So it's a good buy, believe me. Basically, if you've been fishing, anything like that, you know, you've got summer gear, you've got winter gear. Don't forget your thermals in the winter. Like with boots and that. Don't forget your wellies when the ground's really messy and all that. And always have a Tesco carry bag. There is other bags available. You go on a field with your boots, especially if it's a cow field, you get stuff stuck on the bottom of your boots, right? Stick down the back of your car, next thing it's on your carpet in the back of the car, and you go, what's that smell? You know, so stick them back in your bag when you finish with them till you get home. Now this is a little tent, right? Well, it isn't actually, I'm lying. I've got to keep standing in the way, the wind's on my back now, so. What it is, it's waterproof. Let's throw it on the floor here. Right, it's a waterproof car seat cover. Got 2 of them. You go and detecting in the winter or when it's really bad, muddy and all that. 10 to 1 you'll slip and end up on your backside. So you don't want to be getting back in your car, all your detecting trousers full of mud and other stuff. So that's handy. When it's bad, I always take one of them in the boot of the car. If need be, I'll put it on. Right, this is all over the shop here, isn't it? But who cares? Right, another thing, when you're out digging, go kneel down, obviously. Knee pads, right? 1 or 2, I usually just use 1. Sling that down there. And this thing, you can use one of these if you want. It's actually a little mat. Right, opens up like so. Let's throw that on the floor now. There you go. You've got to stand on it, bend it over. It's been bent for bleeding months and months. So that's a mat you can use to kneel on. I prefer the knee pads, but each to their own. Obviously you've got things like gloves. And with gloves, you'll want like a pair for the summer and a pair for the winter. You know, these are for like when it's nice and dry and all that. You get a really muddy field and all that. You want something that's waterproof. See that wind's getting up again? Sorry, I'm trying to protect the camera here. A hat. Of course we need a hat. Right, this is mine. It's all over the bloody place. Lord, I've got my little thing. I found that. Sprayed it gold. Sprayed it silver and sewed it on my hat. Right, definitely need that. Obviously summer and winter style hats and that. There's something else. That's it. With your gear, when it's being wet and all that, could be wet. You know, like them very thin waterproof trousers. Have them in the boot of the hat. All this you haven't got to carry with you, by the way. You just look at the weather and think, oh, I'm going to need that, I'm going to need that. So waterproofs are handy to have. I use these face towels, 2 from Asda for £1 there. They're only about what, 10" square, foot square, something like that. Stitch them on, and they just clip on the belt loops, one either side. Right, just for wiping any fines off when you clean them and all that, or wiping your pinpoints if it gets muddy. instead of wiping on you straight on your trousers, right? So this is my selfie stick. That's what I call it. It's for putting my camera on the top if I'm going to do a dig, and that meant I want to be in the shot and all that, which I'm not very often, right? Stick down the ground. I couldn't do it with the weather now, bloody hell. But that's what that's for. The chair is handy if the ground is, you know, at the moment. With that I can just prop the camera on the seat and just turn it down facing me or whatever. Right, I'm getting me bleeding confused myself here. I don't know how to use that. This is a chest harness for the camera, right? So you can see what I'm digging and all that. Wasn't very dear there. Can't remember how much, but it wasn't that dear. But some of you will probably be using a phone, your mobile phone, to take videos. If you are, take your video that way. Hang on, nearly blew away my little there. Not that way. Right. Well, typical that, isn't it? That's me messages, yeah. Bloody thing. It would go off now, wouldn't it? So yeah, you want your phone horizontal, right? And then when it goes up on YouTube, won't be one of them little narrow friggin' things, you know. Cleaning your finds, a little spray bottle and a toothbrush, right? Always handy to have with you. Now if any finds you get, this is what I use. They're a thingy bag, what do you call them? Well, you put your shaving gear in and all that, it's waterproof and all that. So that's all I use. If I find anything nice, I've got enough little pockets in that waistcoat thing. And I have a plastic bag with some tissue. Spray the tissue with water. If it's a nice coin, say spray the tissue with water, wrap it around the coin, put it in a plastic bag and in one of my safe pockets with the zip on. That's what I do with anything I want to protect. Right, a Medipack. Right. Got them little, well I thought it was something else then, but no. I thought it was for little people. You actually slip them over your plaster when you put it on your finger. Right, Medi-wipes, plasters, and right at the bottom there, pair of tweezers, in case you get a piece of glass or whatever in your finger, and some paracetamol, just in case you get a banging headache or something like that. Only a little pack like that, that's all you want. Right, I'll have to go to the list now, because I'm talking crap at the moment. See what else I forgot, right? Clothing, yeah, we've gone through that, Thermal, waterproof, we've gone through that. Obviously you want to flask your food, your drink, you're not going to forget that. Well, I hope not. Batteries, right? Your pinpointer takes a battery. You might have a detector that takes a battery. Always have some in your bag, or at least in your car, right? And you're best always checking before you go out the night before, right? Camera, we've been through your camera or your phone and all that. You can even use a power pack with your batteries, you know, to charge your detector up, or there's loads of you'll have to look at things like that, what type of detector you've got, and then take it from there. A harness, some type of harness for your detector's on the heavy side. That's all personal stuff, right? I'm gonna bloody sit down, I've had enough stood up. Right, let's go through this now. Now this one's important. A spare coil bolt, right? I've known people who've been out and the coil bolt has snapped. Don't know how, but it's snapped. And obviously you can't detect the coils wobbling all over the place. And you can actually buy anything, any type of bolt, even a metal one, from wherever, right? as long as it's the right size. Metal, it doesn't matter, right? So you can use any bolt at all. I've got one in my bag there, and I've actually got, I ordered some off eBay, plastic bolts where, you know, like the what do you call it, ring nut. I've actually got about 16 or 20 of them. Always handy to have. Not with me, I don't carry them, but they're always handy to have. Right, so you want a spare bolt or something, right, like that, and tape, some sort of tape, you know, like electrician's tape and all that. Always handy for running repairs on something. Not very heavy, is it? A little roll of tape. Now, this is off Robbie. He said a penknife. I don't know why. Unless you're going hunting for food or something like that. No, he's probably right, you know, penknife probably come in handy or something like that. Now, we've covered this, a fines box. I'm not into fines boxes. I'd sooner just use that blue bag and plastic bag with the tissue paper for anything nice, put them in my pocket, right? Toothbrush and spray we've been through. There's the dog going back in the sun. In the summer, a bug spray, right, and a net. That's not a girl's name, by the way. Right, hang on. Let's have a look. I might have it in my bag, actually. I should have it in my bag. You watch, I'm telling you, you carry this and you carry that, and I haven't got it. Or it might be in the other bloody bag. Or it might be down here. Oh, it's in the other bag, isn't it? Pretty typical. Right. Anyway, it's like a mosquito net. It goes over, well, sits on your hat or whatever, and covers your face and tucks in your top. And you might laugh, but if you're by water, even if it's a pond or something like that, and I tell you what, you get attacked by some buggers. So have a look at that. I think mine on eBay was about £2.50. That was with postage. So if you suffer from bites off bugs and all, that's something to think about. Right. And the other thing that goes with that is like a bug spray, you know, deterrents and all that. You might be thinking, well, you don't need all that. It all depends, doesn't it? Another thing, which I need, it's alright, is that I've got, well, I think I emptied most of my bag, but if there's a lighter in there somewhere, and there's a lighter in my waistcoat over there, because sense of one, you go out and you've got one cigarette lighter and you drop it in a puddle, right? I've seen that happen. Obviously, before you go out, make sure everything's charged up. Your phone, your detector, if it's a mains charge. Just make sure before you go. Getting back to the bug spray and all that. Sun cream. I don't suffer too bad with it, but some people do. So some sort of sun cream, especially in this weather now. Bloody hell. And what I would suggest is do a checklist. Not every time, but just do a checklist of your main things that you need to detect with, right? Because it's happened to me, right? I don't mind looking the fool. I've got up in the morning, got all my stuff. I've thought, right, detector, bag, spade. Well, that's in the boot of the car, my spade. Camera, battery. I've gone through everything, right? I got in the car, got to where I was going, getting my gear out, setting up, and I thought, where's my spade? And what I'd done the previous time when I'd been detecting, it got a bit muddy. So I brought it in, cleaned it, right, and left it in the house after I cleaned it. So see how easy it is. I'm thinking, because it's always in the boot of the car. I'm thinking, oh, it's in the boot of the car, my spade, and it wasn't. Right, I drove all the way there, set up, and then had to drive all the way back for my spade. So do a checklist and just keep it somewhere, stuck on the fridge or something, you know, something like that. Just the main things. You don't have to go down to bloody toothbrush and spray bottle, but you know what I mean. And I think that's about it. There's probably loads of other stuff. But remember, you haven't got to carry all this with you. Just use your head. What do I need? When do I need it? And you should be alright. Should be no problems at all. Right? Sorry this video's gone on a bit long. There's a bit all, you know, arse about. I couldn't think of any way else to put it, but that's the way it is. Especially with metal detectors, tell you. Right, so that's it. I'm going to have a cup of tea. And if I think of something else tough, because I'm not bloody doing it all again. But no, people will put in comments, don't forget you should have mentioned this, you should have mentioned that. And that's what I want. I say this video is to help people just starting off. Right, so the more of us who can say, well, this would have been a good idea, that's a good idea, you know. Just put it out there for them. Okay. Right, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. And if you're at a metal detector, thanks for watching doubly, because you're probably bored out your head. Right, catch you all again soon. Don't forget RMD starting soon. Try and help, try and contribute. Right, we'll have a good laugh as well. Okay, take care everyone. Bye for now.